Hey guys, okay, this video is going to show you how to do an exercise or what we call an activation exercise so you can better get mind muscle connection to your pecs. Okay, the most important thing to understand, just like another video you'd watch, which is the back activation, is knowing and understanding where the insertion is and where the origin is. Because the most important thing about completing an exercise is to have the muscle go from its fully lengthened position, or even out here, to its fully shortened position. Okay. Now I'll walk you through this before we look at the diagram again, so you have an understanding of it. So what we're going to do for this is we're going to have our arm out. Okay. Now, the most important thing we want to remember is that the pec has a different range of motion because of its insertion, right? So to start that, what we're going to do is going to internally rotate, and then we're going to adduct the arm to the center line, so which we're bringing the insertion closer to the origin, okay? And then we're going to protract around, and that's when you're going to get that really good squeeze. Now remember, protract doesn't necessarily mean we're not going forward, we're coming around, protracting. Okay, so here we go again. First, we're going to go insert, adduction, and protraction, squeeze. Now, you might get that straight away and you'll feel it in your pec. Then you're really going to get, when you go into exercise after this, which is what I show in you when we're doing incline, decline, and other videos. But this is really to show you what to do if you're finding it hard to have that mind muscle connection. So now we're going to the diagram so you can see what I'm referring to when I'm speaking about this. Okay, so here, and that understanding again of, just get that color. Let's go blue. All right. So the point of insertion here in the upper arm, that's the insertion point right here. Okay. And the point of doing shortening the pec is to bring the point of the insertion point closest to the origin. So the origin runs along the clavicle over here, but then also along the sternum down here, all the way to the bottom. Okay, so these are the areas where you're trying to bring the point of insertion, as the arrow show, closer to the point of origin. Okay, that's what we're trying to do when I'm explaining about internal rotation. So again, internal rotation, adduction, and protraction. Okay, so obviously you're going to do that with single arms, because if you're going to do both arms, they're going to clash in the middle. You won't be able to do that. Okay, so in other videos, we're looking at the diagram here. You're going to see that the upper pec, we'll just clear that so you can actually see what I'm trying to show you. So therefore, if we're trying to target the upper pec, which is this area right here, okay, we're going to have the point of insertion, upper arm, okay, bringing it closest to the origin up here. So what we're looking at is this area right up here. So when we're doing our exercise, we're going to have the positioning of our arm follow that line. That's the easiest way to understand it. So this is the line here. Okay, you're going to push up and over. Okay, so here's a little simple rule that we're going to get. There's going to be other videos showing different what do you call it, exercises for this, but most important when we're training chest, if you're using a bar, is to get that massive lengthening of the muscle. Okay, so when you're doing chest, you want to retract and actually contract your traps and your shoulders as far back as you can. Okay, and then what you want to do is, if you're holding a bar, you're going to force your hands in, which is automatically going to adduct. So it's going to stimulate the chest straight away. And then coming up, and as you come up, you're trying to force your bicep into your chest, okay? That's for the bar, because you can't move your hands, so you're gonna force your hands as much as you can in. You're not gonna be able to move them, okay? When it's a dumbbell, most important thing to remember is keeping your hands just outside your shoulder. What that does is it's gonna keep force in this direction, because if you come in, you're no longer gonna have force in the chest. But if you keep it out here, you feel when you push on your arm, you're gonna feel resistance in that straight away. So you want to keep the dumbbell just outside shoulder width to keep tension on the chest. Because remember, work done is equal to time under tension. All right. So then as we go forward, that was just a brief explanation. So again, going back, activation, 1 arm at a time, internal rotation, adduction, protraction, and you feel that in the chest, okay? So I guess the most important thing is bring the point of origin here in the upper arm closest to the point of origin here. Okay, insertion, sorry, and origin here. Origin, origin, origin. Okay, so these videos will be in the activation section along with others, but other videos of showing you how to do each exercise will be posted with this little diagram so you understand where we're targeting. If that was helpful, like and share this video and comment as to what can be done to make them better. Have a beautiful day. Get that chest pumped using this information.
Okay, so as explained, this exercise here is another way of basically doing a chest activation. If you're at the gym, there's one where I showed you where we start here, rotate, and cross. Okay, now if you don't have machines or cables, all you're gonna do, internal rotation, come in, all you're gonna do is use your hand to resist yourself to feel the tension in here. Okay, so you're gonna feel it all along here, all right? If you have the cables at the gym, what you're gonna do, same thing, internal rotation, squeeze. So if you come along here, you'll see in here, start here, activate before we even move, bring it in, and across. Activate and keep that activation in the whole time. Okay, same thing on the other side. So that's if you find it difficult to have your chest growing or feel your chest from the very first exercise. Do this and you'll automatically, from the very first exercise, feel your chest activation and also get a better pump.